Good afternoon, folks. This is Virginia Life Wayne 69 coming to you from Dragon Fruit Lane portion of my little food forest here. And as you can see, probably tell I've moved some of my dragon fruit trees. I moved the smaller ones, the pots that had the smaller cuttings indoors. So I moved, I want to say 6 of them indoors because the cuttings were real small and it was too cool for them, and they stopped growing. So I didn't want to stunt the growth of those cuttings. I want to get optimum growth in those new cuttings, so they're indoors under the LED lights that you saw in some other prior videos. So I'm just sitting out here enjoying the fall weather here in Zone 9 and the suburbs of Houston, Cypress. The weather is probably about 60 degrees right now. It's normally warmer this time of year, so we're normally warmer than 60 degrees this time of year in Zone 9. So it's more on the cooler side. And as I'm sitting out here, I've been watching a lot of you guys on the YouTube and all that. I'm getting used to doing these videos more, so I'm out here trying to practice doing these videos more. I'm an introverted person, so I'm not camera shy. I'm just not. What can I say? I'm introverted. I like to do things alone and in quiet within my own space. So, but I gotta get used to getting out here. And what you see behind me, you see these are my bigger dragons, and they're growing well. Most of these cuttings are heading toward, are either topping the trellis or over the trellis, as you can see. So I have lots of dragon fruit back here that are over the trellis, and I'll bring these inside once, if we ever get down to. Was hoping we won't. I'm hoping we don't this year. As long as we're above 40 degrees at night, I'll leave these out here because they'll be fine. I'm not going to get that much growth, of course, at 40 degrees at night, but still they won't, they won't freeze. They're fine, so forth. If we get below 40, then I'll bring these in the garage. I'll bring these indoors also. And as you can see, I designed my own style trellis. As you can see, very easy to move, very sturdy. I mean, this is Schedule 40 PVC. This is a thick PVC, not that thin stuff. So I spent a little money on this PVC, and it's sturdy, and I can move it around. One person can move these 15-gallon pots with no problem at all. And I have several different varieties growing. I'm increasing my variety of dragon fruit. I love dragon fruit, so I'm always increasing my varieties. There's about 100 varieties and going on the market now. There's a lot of new ones that are coming out, and it's a very powerful superfruit. So it's my favorite fruit, so I call it a one and all fruit. So there's no need for me to go out and buy a bunch of citrus and oranges, or I don't have to do all that because the dragon fruit is a super fruit, and it has more vitamins than an orange. It has more, but I do love my red grapefruit. I have one pink lemon that's right over here next to me. You can't see that. That's not in the camera right now. I have that, but mostly I'll be growing dragon fruit for all my fruit needs. I'll grow bananas too. I love my bananas and all that, but I'm gonna really be focused on growing more dragon fruit. My thing is, with the limited space right now until I get my homestead in the near future, is that I didn't want to focus on a lot of fruit that I wasn't going to be eating. There's no need for me to be going and buying apple trees. Well, I don't really eat apples. There's no need for me to go buy, pears when I don't really eat pears. It's a waste of money. So sometimes we get into this habit as gardeners, homesteaders, food forests, producers, whatever you want to call us, that we want to go out and buy everything, you know, and you find yourself, if you do that, that you're not, you start to not enjoy the hobby or whatever you want to call it, because you're growing food now that you're not going to consume, and that's just a waste of money and it's a waste of space. So as we start to go into this new year here, we're coming into the end of November.